Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Endless Legend, shall we? Alex, Heathrun, good evening, good to see you. Well, I've never played this particular game before, and I'm excited to try it. I played Endless Space and some of the other Endless Dungeon games in this wheelhouse, but not the fantasy-based 4X. So we're going to dive in for the first time here on PC, and I'm going to do the intro so that I can learn how to play. It seems good. I mean, I'm expecting it to be a pretty intuitive 4X, but at the same time, it might have some particulars that I want to get to know better. This game was free on Steam for a bit, which is how I acquired it. Alright, playing new content. The Mazari. Accustomed to life in space, the Mazari came here to settle. Marooned with no ship, no fuel, and no technology to create either, they have no choice but to make the best of it on this strange world, Auriga. Whether they survive and thrive or go the way of the endless can only be decided by the player. So this adds a reskin of the Vaulters faction. Okay, so I just get this, I guess, with this version of the game. Hey, F-Trees, good evening, my friend. Good to see you. We'll minimize this. Tutorial Basics. Welcome to Endless Legend. This game introduction will guide you through the core elements you'll need to know to play the game. Fantastic. In order to survive on this dangerous world, you will have to build a mighty empire and face powerful foes. Your tale begins here with your first army. It's looking for a good location to settle your first city. Hey, Siloom, good evening, good to see you. So I'm familiar with Civilization as a hexagonal 4X. I've played Humankind and, some games in the wheelhouse of this, and it looks, at least similar to a degree, but I like the, topographical elements with elevation here. So we need to select our little army here by left-clicking on it. Now this says this is the first Iron Legion. It's my army. I have an upkeep of -4 gold per round, or turn rather, with this, which is reflected in the upper left there. The effects on this tile, just explaining the tile, okay, after that. So I'm going to click on them, and on the bottom left is your army panel. F-Trees, I have an SM48 microphone. It's a Shure microphone. Silem, good evening, by the way, if I didn't say so already. All armies are represented on the map by the strongest unit among those composing the army. All right, so this is us right here. Your army is currently composed only of a single unit, a settler, represented by several pawns on a hexagon. The settler gives an army the ability to found a city in a neutral region, a region that does not already contain a city. Good to know. You could see the distance of 3 tiles from your position. You can also zoom in and out with the mouse wheel for a better overview. Shaded tiles represent areas you have explored that are not in your field of vision. Beyond that, the gray fog of war hides mysteries, areas you've never seen. Fair enough. Armies share a few attributes. Life represents the sum of the health points of every unit in your army. So you can see it down here. We have 24. Movement points determine how far your army can move in a turn, depending on terrain movement penalties. Movement points for an army with several units are determined by the unit with the lowest score. So I've got 4 here. Vision range determines how far you can see on the map. Vision range for an army is determined by the unit with the highest score. It costs 1 movement point to traverse most terrain tiles. However, some tiles, like forests, can cost more. So this is all so far very in keeping, or very expected for a 4X like Civilization. Each region has a fixed frontier and can only contain one single city, which also exploits the region's terrain resources. Oh, okay, so that's different. Each region can only have one city, okay. And so the terrain resources are food, industry, and science and dust. So I like, I've played Endless Dungeon, so all of these icons for food, industry, science, and dust, these are right there. Like, those, that's what you use in those as well, and makes sense. So to help you decide, you could toggle the display of the terrain resources on or off by clicking this button down here. So I can just do this, which honestly, when I'm playing a lot with Civilization, I use this so I can see, what the yields are for the tiles. I like it. Oh, that's a good question, F-Trees. I have a Behringer 4-channel mixer. Actually, I think I might have an 8-channel mixer. It is the X1204 USB mixer by Behringer, and then that goes right into my computer. It provides phantom power for the microphone. Region colonization. For most of the major factions, it's best to select a location for a city that gives access to these terrain resources on the surrounding exploration tiles. You found a city. To found a city and colonize, select your army and click left on the colonization army action button, which is this little thing right here, and then click again on a tile your army can reach within your turn. It does, F-Trees, but I really only use a few of them. And there's some really nice videos that you can watch on how to use it, but I only use one channel for my primary microphone, and that's it. So I'm in Splat, which is a pretty funny name for this area, and I'm going to click on Colonize, and we can go wherever we like. Now, I'm not by any water unless I move here. I don't know if interior water is as important. But this tile right here is insane. Oh, I like how they give you a total output if you mouse over. 17, 2, and 2. This is 18, 6, 5, and 10 happiness. It doesn't give any science or whatever by moving here. This is 17, 8, 4, 6, 10. This looks pretty good. I'm going to move here. Alright. So, it says select your city by left-clicking on its city center or on one of the 6 surrounding tiles that compose the exploitation area of the city. So, right away, it looks really cool when you settle. I like it. Although the city itself is pretty wicked looking. I mean, I guess it's a fantasy, so we'll click on this. Congratulations, you now rule over an entire region. This is your city interface. Your city center plus the 6 tiles surrounding it, the exploitation area, will collect every turn their terrain resources. Yes, this is a good point, Silum. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, that makes sense. Now, when you say to me that it's the entire region, does that mean just the tiles that are blue that I control, or Splat? The city center, as a district tile, automatically modifies its initial terrain income, providing more dust and science, but also a bit less food. City tiles also provide a unique resource called influence, which is the star. Okay. So I have food, industry, dust, science, influence, I guess. Although that doesn't match up. The science is put before the dust on this, if that's what that's supposed to mean as an acronym. The worker panel details all city resource income scheduled for the next turn. Right. Maybe they just like the way that FIDSy sounds better than FISD, but it's not put in that order, but it's okay. Per worker production resources from tiles and potential modifiers, positive or negative, all have an impact on the total production you can expect from your city next turn. Per worker production and potential modifiers. So the total is 21, 14, 5, 23, and 1. And the bonus is that I'm getting, the palace gives me a bunch of extra money. People are happy. The bonus here is from the palace and happiness, and the bonus here is from happiness. But then we have some consumption. You can move a worker from one column to another in order to determine which FIDSy production you want to boost for the next turn. So I can drag and drop the worker to see the impact on resource production. So I could be like, hey, go over here. Food production cannot be stored. Excess food is automatically used each turn to produce additional city workers, which seems more important. The green part of the population growth bar shows that you're about to get an additional worker next turn. Industry production also cannot be stored in your city. It should be used to construct new city developments, units, or regional expansions. A city should always have something queued for construction, otherwise the industry resource that turn will disappear one turn later. Okay. The list of available constructions shows what can be built in your city. The city improvement, Founders Memorial, is available. City improvements are constructions giving different kinds of bonuses to your city. They can be built only once per city. Okay, so I could build the Founders Memorial, I guess. Like many interface elements, you can get more details about the Founders Memorial by mousing over it and reading the tooltip. It's got a lot to explain. So I could click on this, and it says, this one-time construction creates a memorial to your leadership. We got to have that. There's got to be a memorial. It's got to be a big, statue of me sitting in a chair, lording over the territory. And it gives commerce, patriotism, and politics. So you can see it gives a big boost. It costs 60 industry, though. And I produce, so it won't take that long. I produce a lot per turn. Yeah, F-Trees, I gotta tell you what, you don't need a sound interface like this at all. It's just what I like, but you can get a good USB microphone for, $50 to $100 that would be just fine. I had an SM47, which is cheaper. Oh, sorry, did I say 48, 47? I meant 58, 57. That's what I've got. Absolutely, F-Trees. There's a lot of good options out there that are just USB that don't require a secondary interface. Let's see here. So I put it in the queue. The construction at the top of the queue will use your city industry production for X turns until it's built. As you can see, a certain number of turns will be required to build the Founders Memorial, as it costs 60 industry indeed. So it's going to be 4 turns. Science. You'll need to develop your science to get an edge over other empires. Science is aggregated at the empire level and used to research new technologies. Similar to industry, you must keep researching new technologies if you don't want to waste your science. From the main banner, open the research screen to learn more about research. Okay. Up here. The research screen is where you will help your empire evolve through technology eras as you struggle toward a brighter future. Only the first of the 6 technology eras is currently accessible. Each era is represented by a circle regrouping a number of technologies. Mr. Krabs, good evening, my friend. To enter a new era, you must research 9 new technologies from the previous era. Okay. The order in which you do this doesn't matter. That's kind of neat. So that you don't have to go in a particular order. The cost in science automatically increases for each new technology you research. In addition, researching in a more advanced era also costs more science. Yeah, she's ready for this to be hard. Some technologies directly unlock new powers or bonuses for your empire, while others unlock city improvements, expansions, or units that can then be built in your cities. Blue circled technologies are already known, green ones are unknown. Several technologies can be selected in a row. They will be researched one after another in the order selected. It's sort of like that, Mr. Krabs. It's more like civilization, you know? Food and industry technologies are usually a safe way to begin using your science. Okay, so they want food and industry. You can hover the mouse over each technology to learn its effects. Once selected, a technology will take a fixed number of turns to be researched depending on your science production. Sure. So, search party is in areas where resources or artifacts may lie hidden. Troops can be ordered to hunt and dig for loot. So that's an army thing. This is research. This is money. So they want us to look specifically for things that boost food and industry. So let's look at a food one. Seed storage. So seeds of domesticated plants are stored for sowing, making crops more reliable and increasing the amount of food produced. So this gives you plus 10 food on the city during summer, 15% food overall. That's very good for getting more workers. I like it. Now, an example of a industry would be this, which gives you plus 6 industry on the city and 15% more for having a mill foundry. And I gotta tell you what, I'll go ahead and do this, and then that food next. What does this one do? Titanium extractor. Plus 1 blank on the city, and plus 1... Oh, just, it looks like we get that resource, perhaps. This is a new officer. Sewer system makes people happy. Open mine pit. Language square. I think so far I'll just queue up these two and be happy. End your turn when you're ready by clicking on the end turn button. I did it. Population evolution. The population of Splat has grown to 2. I mean, I guess if they're, to Silum's point, if they're naming my area Splat, it doesn't seem like we're going to do well. So, thanks to your food production, the number of workers has increased. There's now 2 workers available in the worker panel. The borough streets and expansion construction can now be selected from the list of available constructions. Expansions must be directly placed on the map and can be built several times. For most major factions, every 2 additional workers makes 1 new borough available for construction. The borough streets enable you to extend your city exploitation area by building a new city district next to an existing one. That's very good. To queue the borough street construction, click on it, then click on one of the exploitation areas next to the center. So I'm going to do it, and we definitely want to, I see, so if we go here, we expand here. We want to go here because we want to pull in this tile right here that's insane. This thing has a stasis pillar, so it gets 6 science. It's got plains, it's got grassland, we get dust. So it tells you again, I love this about the game. Hey, Frenachi, good evening, my friend. I really enjoy, like, I did play, you know, some endless stuff before, so I like the system of resources, but I like how, I bet they make the best pancakes. Splatberry pancakes. I wonder if, you know, it's simplified in some ways to Civ. There's not as much going on, but I love this, you know, total output. Like, so I can just easily compare, you know, 7 to 2. This is 7, 6, 4, 10, and this is 8, 6, 3, 10. So this is slightly more dust. This is slightly more food, and that's not good. So I think this is the best one, and we'll go here. Well done. Like any other queued construction, your new city district will be functional only once construction is complete. Keep in mind that both spreading your cities too widely or settling new cities can cause your approval to decrease, impacting your food and industry production. Correct. I am keeping that in mind. Hover over your approval bar in the city panel to get more info about the effects. So you could see that we get 60 production bonus of we're producing 60 happiness from our approval, 10 from the city tile, and 5 from the palace. Okay. And end the turn when they're ready. Now, one thing I don't understand about this is, can I move these workers around? It looks like I can. Great. So we're still making a surplus of people, and in 4 turns we'll get another worker, which is good. But you see how I have both of these things. These aren't both being built at the same time. The indicator just means like this gets built first and then this gets built. I guess it doesn't matter too much, but I don't want, like, if I'm getting 24 industry per turn, I want it to all go to this one instead of, like, dividing it. I'm pretty sure it just queues it, so let's just end the turn. Don't forget that you have a world to explore. Scouting with armies will be your best way to discover the unknown. To create new units and explore the area, you must create new units. The unit Marine has a unit design in the list of available constructions. So let me click on add 2 copies of the unit design Marine to the queue, 1 and 2. Frenachi, it was free on Steam, my friend, which is why I have it. The 2 units are queued, but several turns are required to build them. Yeah, I just have the base game. Dust, the most precious resource on Auriga, hasn't been introduced yet. It's stored at the Empire level and can also be exploited by your cities. Each turn, city improvements already built cost a small amount of dust for their upkeep. The total upkeep of your city improvements is summed up here, so I'm at -10 per turn. Note that you'll be able to use the browse button to see the cost details. So I can use this. Dust can also be used to directly buy out queued constructions in order to get them built in the next turn. Note that you could scroll the list of queued constructions as well as drag them to change the priority. Click on the button layout of the 2 unit designs. So this one right here click buyout. I needed, here we go. I got to queue another one, and then I click buyout. It costs 225, and then 225. I did it. End your turn when you're ready. So I just bought these out, and then next turn I'll get them. So construction complete is the 2 Marines and the Founders Memorial. And then we have these borough streets that are going to be built on a variety of tiles in 6 turns. Once a unit is constructed, it is placed in the city garrison. Like other constructions, each unit created consumes a bit of dust for its upkeep. The grayed out units in the garrison are your city militia. They cannot leave the garrison unless the city is under attack. Garrison units, including the militia, are always the last bastion that remains to defend a city against attack. Sure. Your current max garrison capacity is 2 units. This capacity is the same for all the cities and armies within your empire. This max capacity doesn't include the militia, and it can be increased by unlocking new technologies. Jack, what's up, my friend? Good evening. That's a good question. It depends on if you're talking about turn-based strategy games, like turn-based RPG strategy games like Final Fantasy Tactics, or if you mean turn-based like 4X type games like this. My favorite is probably just the Civilization series because I have the most experience with it, but I like learning how to play new ones. I also really like, as I was just playing Songs of Conquest, I love Heroes of Might and Magic, which is turn-based strategy, but different than, something like Civilization. Do you guys have any favorites? Any recommendations? All right. Select the 2 units, or click on the Select All button, and then click the New Army button. So I'll select all and New Army. Congratulations, you now have a new army that you can send to explore the surrounding regions. However, you need to limit the number of armies as they also have an upkeep cost that must be paid each turn, just like the upkeep for each unit. Oh, wow, okay. I didn't see that, Alex, but that's exciting. So what they're telling me is that, like, armies have an upkeep just like the unit. So there's an upkeep for just having the units, and there's an upkeep for grouping them into an army? Or is the upkeep cost of the army just the aggregated cost of the units that comprise it? Auriga has many ruins to search. Any of them can provide you with rewards, so if you find one, you should try your luck. Ruins tiles that can be searched on the map are shining. It's now up to you to decide when to end your turns. Remember to check out your city construction queues as well as your research queue and any army movement before ending turns. You know what, Silum? I hear that. I haven't played an Age of Wonders game myself, and Age of Wonders 4 looks awesome, but it was pricey, so I was waiting for it to go on a sale or to somehow acquire a key to that one. You know, Jack, thanks for tuning in, my friend, and thanks for watching. I enjoy Manor Lords quite a bit. It needs more work to get there, but the base of what they have in early access is so appealing because the graphics and the engine is just runs so well and looks amazing. It needs fine-tuning and overhauling they just did upgrade the economy a bit, but that doesn't quite make total sense, and just some more ability to manage your people on a technical level, but I'm very impressed with Manor Lords so far. When exploring with your army, white dots indicate the army's path for the turn, and the yellow ones for the following turns. You can maintain right-click while mousing over the map to simulate your path. Your army will move once you release the mouse button. So we'll select the army, which they are selected, and we need to go find some ruins. So it says they're shining. So this, is just not ruins. It's a shining, but it's a titanium deposit. Now this looks like ruins. So I'm going to tell my people to move over here, and then here they go. And then we're uncovering the map. Looks cool. I do love playable instruments. Okay. And we've moved the army, so there's no more movement for them. And as far as our research goes, we are still working on researching the mill foundry. And it looks like it's going to take several turns, 4 turns to get that done. And as far as the city is concerned, it is going to take 6 turns to build the borough streets. Alright, I'm going to... no, that's not how you do it. End the turn. Keep exploring until you find some shining ruins. When standing next to a ruin, select your army and then right-click the ruins and select Search. Alright, so... we're going to say Search. And you found nothing of interest. Man, what a bummer. You promised me. Ruins can give you unexpected rewards or nothing. As you play, you will discover different ways to increase your chances of getting a reward when you search a ruin. Interesting. Ruins may also give you quests to complete, which will provide additional rewards. To explore more rapidly, you may want to split your army by selecting one or several of its units, then right-clicking on the map. You can also use the Split Army action button once the units are selected. In a similar way, you could choose to merge 2 armies. Okay, that's cool. As movements, note that splitting and merging cost movement points to the splitting units. Okay, so I'm going to select them and I'm going to split them. I'm just going to transfer this unit out. And then this group has some movement left. What is this? This is a life tree. I don't think it does anything if I move onto it. It just, if I work that tile, it would be good. This is Sisters of Mercy. It's a minor village. Okay, I mean, cool. Let's go talk to them. Sisters, it's us. Okay, my friend, good morning or good evening, depending on what your plans are. Thank you so much for stopping in. You have encountered a new minor faction, the Sisters of Mercy. I wonder if these work like city-states in Civilization. Oh my goodness, look at that sister's pauldrons. She has enormous shoulder protection, and she has like these kind of very balloony sleeves. It almost looks like she's, you know, wearing power armor, but it's just regs. All right, the Sister of Mercy are a small but respected nation, living simply though well in their solidly constructed towns. A recent offshoot of other humanoid peoples, they are content to dedicate their efforts to giving mercy where and how they deem it is most needed. Yeah, it does look very 80s, doesn't it? Or are you talking about the Sisters of Mercy as a band? All right, so there's the unit, and then if I assimilate them, I get health regen, I guess. I don't know how that works, but we'll just minimize that. And they can go over here, and they are not out of movement. So where do we want to go? Splat is very large, but we need to explore all over the place. Go over here. And we have nothing left to do, I don't think, so we'll end the turn. Hey, Splat has grown. How about that? Alright, so Splat is bigger. It's time for you to make contact with native minor factions living in your region. Minor factions are hostile. There is only one minor faction per region living in 1 to 3 villages. Villages contain units for their defense, but they may also spawn roaming armies that could attack your armies or cities. Uh-oh, the sisters could attack us. Hey, D-Doom, good evening, my friend. Good to see you. Use the Parlay Army action on one of the villages. The village will give you a pacification quest. By completing it, all the villages in the region will instantly be pacified and will no longer create hostile armies. I love pacification quest. This quest is destroy our city. That'll pacify us. Alright, so let's go ahead then and parlay. Oh, cool, D-Doom. That's awesome, my friend. Yeah, this is my first time playing it, but it seems really cool so far. And Defender of the Weak. The tribe leader needs your help. A hostile monster has been raiding and threatening their villages, and they lack the military power to stop them. If you wipe out that threat, the tribe will view you as a savior. That's a good. I want them to view me as such. So it says you've received a pacification quest from the Sisters of Mercy living in the region. It's been added to the quest screen that contains a journal of all your quests. Okay, fantastic. And it says we need to get the monster, and it's in the temple ruins. And we need to search the ruins with an army of at least 2 units. And we get 5 die if we do it. Okay, so this is it on the map. It looks like it's been marked. And we'll click on the quest screen. You can hover over the cursor, or you can hover the cursor over the quest objectives to get more details about their completion, alright? You can also pin the button to track a quest. It will then be displayed at the top right of the screen as a reminder. Let's pin it. Oh no, it was pinned. Here you go. Okay, a quest marker indicates the specific ruins you have to go to and search for this quest. The location will even be visible through the fog of war. Please note that for other quests, the markers may only be visible within the vision range for your army. Complete the Sisters of Mercy quest in order to pacify all their villagers in the region. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. But that's fine. So in order to do this well, I need to have my other army actually go merge with them. So let's send them over. And let's see, this says we got a new quest. The population has changed. So I'm actually going to click on Splat. And, okay. No, I don't want to leave the tutorial. I just was like, I understand that you want me to do that. I was hoping to... This little box is like kind of blocking me. What do you want me to do? I can't go there yet. I mean, I'd like to eventually, but... Alright, I guess I won't assign a new worker in my city. I'll end the turn. Alright. Can I... Oh, I can move this. Thank goodness. Alright, there we go. Alright, let me click on this. And so, currently, I'm doing very well with industry, but if I put this person over here... It would speed up, you know, our growth, vaguely. It does not change the overall... Oh, no, yeah, it'll be in 2 turns. Let's keep him on industry, then. Right, so I need you to move here. You guys have to move here. We're moving over. I'm going to wait. I have to wait for the other army unit to merge, so we'll just end the turn. Hey, we did it. So we finished Mill Foundry, which will even give us more industry. And then we have... we're now researching the food thing. Seed storage. But I don't think... We have one thing left on our queue. So... Oh, no, I have to build this before this works, so we'll queue that up. Never mind. And I'll build another marine. And let me see. Are you done? No, you're not. Here, can you merge? They did it automatically. But there we have no movement left, so we'll end the turn. And we finished the borough streets. So what this means is the production of Splat has increased a bunch because we incorporated these 3 new tiles. And it's only going to take us 3 turns to build this. We want more workers. We'll get there. Let me go over to my army. And let's go here. Search it. To pacify the Sisters of Mercy in Splat, help these hapless neighbors against the depredations of the monster. Alright, so we found it. Alright, let's do it. We get 10 titanium, pacification, and 5 die. We get a lot of stuff if we can do this. So here's the monster. Look at that big guy. Oh my goodness. You can now attack an army. Any attack, army, village, city, will cost 1 action point to your army. An army can only use 1 action point per turn, so use it wisely. Wow, that's interesting. Okay. So we'll select our army, and then we will right-click to fight. You're about to launch into battle against an army. Here is your encounter panel. Note that battles take place directly on the terrain of the adventure map. Okay. So if this is like the prediction, you know, we're 3-1 in terms of our power level here. Depending on the balance of power and the terrain of the battleground, you may prefer to play a simulated battle in auto where the unit movements and attacks are handled by the computer. The default army strategy can also be selected. In manual battles, you'll be able to set it more precisely, unit by unit. Click on the Ready to Fight button when you want to start the battle. It's currently set for manual. Okay. So I'm ready to fight. Let's go. So we fight just right here. Welcome to the battleground. During the deployment phase, your units spread out from your army's leader positioned across the tiles shaded with the color of your empire. Your opponent's army does the same thing on its tiles. The battleground is delimited by the white border. All units start by taking their default positions. Your opponent's units' positions are only an estimation and are likely to change when the battle begins. That's tricky. During a battle, note that you can always click in or out of the battleground if you want to manage your cities or give orders to other armies at the same time. Okay, so we're going to select one of our units. All unit formations listed in the unit panel. Class, attributes, capacities, status effects, level, and strategy. The unit class, infantry, cavalry, ranged, flying, or support, determines the way a unit can move and attack on the battleground. Life is the amount of damage the unit can sustain. Attack determines your ability to inflict damage. Defense reduces attack odds. Initiative helps your unit strike first in battle. Damage determines the hit score of a successful attack. Speed determines the number of tiles the unit can move per round. Attributes can also be impacted by other factors: relative position, altitude, and terrain. Okay. When next to friendly units, morale is increased, increasing their attack and defense attributes. Units also increase their attack when attacking from a higher position, and forest tiles increase defense and city tiles increase morale. Sure. Capacities are special abilities automatically used by units when attacking or being attacked. The ranged capacity, for example, gives the maximum distance from where a unit can attack. You can mouse over the capacities to get more details from the tooltips. The deployment phase enables you to change the position of units at will. Select a unit and right-click on the tile of your empire's color to set a new position, then press ready once you're happy with your troops' deployment. So they have a 3 range, and they get a -1 morale per adjacent enemy. and I assume that these Marines are the same. So they are infantry, so we want to be far away from them, which we kind of are. But maybe we want to start a little bit closer. What's this guy's movement? So if I'm here and it does start here, unfortunately, it could be right adjacent to us. So I'd like to maybe start this turn where it's not adjacent to us. Now we don't really know exactly where they're going to be. They said that this was, proximate, or it can move around, but this is fine. And so we have Techno Lover, which means 35% to the effects provided by equipment made with the same resource as the Holy Resource. Okay, I don't know if I have any of that. Can't be sold. It gets a bonus to attack when performing a close-ranged attack. It gets a bonus to defense when being attacked, and it has a 20% boost to defense against ranged attacks. Okay, so I'm ready. Assign targeting orders to your units. So, I mean, yes, we're targeting that guy. That's good. You've now entered the first targeting phase of your battle. You can now decide how your units will perform their actions for the first round of the fight. Each unit will move and attack each round. The initiative bar shows the order in which the units will play during the resolution phase. Note, or depending on their initiative attributes, note that if a unit is attacked, it will automatically counterattack using its action prematurely for that round. That's kind of interesting. Select one of your units. This one. For each unit, you can also choose between one of three strategies for the default targeting behavior. Aggressive and cautious will set more or less aggressive targeting, while hold position will order your unit to stay where it is and only attack within its range. In addition, you can also manually select a destination or a target unit. Your unit will then try to focus on it during the resolution phase. Note that you can even select a position, right-click, and then select a target unit, control right-click, in order to have more control. Select a unit, right-click on a tile or an enemy unit you want to target, or set default strategy, then press launch when you are ready. So I'm going to select them and just say, shoot. Shoot, they are. I don't know, I think we might want to hold position, but I'm fine with that strategy. That's okay. So we're going to press launch. Battles last 6 rounds. Hey, Jamnuska. Good evening, my friend. Good to see you. All right, there they go. I know. Isn't it crazy? But here I am, finally playing it for the first time. So it's interesting because it's like you give them some commands, but then it's kind of like they do their thing. Battles last 6 rounds maximum. Each round, a new targeting phase begins so you can tweak or adapt your strategy. Now finish your enemy. The outcome of this battle is up to you. Okay. So we're still going to shoot this guy, and he's within range, but we might want to step this unit back, if possible, and then I don't know if they can attack if I step him back. But if this guy moves too, he'll be right on us. So I'd rather just move back. Let's see what happens. We did a bunch of damage. Oh, well, they died, so it didn't matter. And then, yes, we did move back. We finished them. Man, that was easy peasy, because we were ranged and they were slow rumblers. Congratulations, you won your first battle. Thanks. The troubadours prepare their songs. They'd better. Whatever the result, surviving units always earn experience points from enemy units killed. Earned experience points are equally shared between units. So we got 6.8 experience points. Draw situations can also occur when there are survivors on both sides. In that case, another battle can be launched if an army still has remaining action points. Huh. Okay. So we completed Defender of the Week. And it says, you found it. We did it. Congratulations. All the villages in your region are now pacified. Seeing your courage and conviction, the Sisters of Mercy tribe is glad to become an ally. You're darn right they are. So now they're not going to spawn mean units to come fight us, which is good. We don't want that. They want us to select our city, so let's do that by pushing tab. You can now see the effects of the pacification. 3 village workers have joined your city. Oh, wow, that's cool. From the 3 pacified villages in your region, pacification is also possible village by village if you attack each of them. However, in that case, you would need to rebuild each village to obtain these additional workers. The Empire screen is the global dashboard that lets you review your Empire status and take critical Empire-wide decisions. Okay. In the main banner, select the Empire screen button. All right, here it is. You've received some luxury resources as a quest reward. We did. We got some dyes. There are 15 different kinds of luxury resources to discover on Auriga, each of them granting specific bonuses to your empire. Once used, luxury resources stay active for the number of turns indicated on their tooltip. The more regions you have, the more expensive luxury boosters will be. Each major faction has its own affinity and traits with powers and bonuses specific to them. Alright? So we're the Vaulters, which I guess means we were in a vault. You know. But this faction was replaced, I believe, with some new content. Here you will find all the Empire bonuses currently applied on your Empire. So we're getting 15% science and dust from our cities because people are happy. Every 20 turns, all the Empires can set at the same time an Empire plan. By spending influence, you can unlock various powerful bonuses that will affect your Empire until the next Empire plan. By opening the status screen, you will be able to review your progress and that of other empires. The screen also gives you more info about the different kinds of victories you can achieve if you mouse over the explanations. You can also decide to spend influence to assimilate minor factions. Assimilation will give you useful new bonuses and the unit design of the minor faction as long as the minor faction stays assimilated. Okay. We should assimilate them. To assimilate a minor faction, at least one of their villages must be pacified. We did that. Remember, you recently pacified them. Click on the assimilation slot on the Empire screen and select assimilate once you've selected the Sisters of Mercy. It's going to cost me 30 influence. I have 43. Well done. The Sisters of Mercy minor faction now gives you 15% health regeneration in your regions, and their unit design is now available to be built in your cities. Okay. For now, you don't have enough dye to activate its effect by clicking on its booster. Okay. Go back to your city menu to find out more about luxury extractors. A dye deposit was discovered in your region, making the dye luxury extractor available on the list of possible constructions. Extractors allow you to collect luxury resources from your region every turn. These expansion type constructions are built directly on the adventure map. So we want to click on the dye extractor right here and then place it on the map. Select a valid region, they're saying. I guess this is it over here. Well done. Note that strategic resources can also be collected by building extractors if your region contains the surrounding deposits. Hey, Renee, good evening, my friend. Yes, I'm excited to try it as well. It's been really fun so far. Remember that, like most constructions, extractors normally require specific technologies that need to be researched in different eras. They are then available for construction in your regions. You can improve your units by creating new unit designs using the strategic resource that you have collected. You currently have a small amount of titanium. From the main banner, hover over the military screen to learn how to create new unit designs. The military screen lists all your armies, their individual units, and the costs upkeep. Note that you'll be able to double-click on an army to locate it on the map. In addition, the military screen is also where you edit existing unit designs and create new ones. Click on this and say New. Select your unit model. I don't know. That one? Marine? It doesn't matter, I guess. Select it. Here you can edit unit designs that will then become available in the possible constructions for your cities. Depending on the unit, you can add different weapons, pieces of armor, and accessories to your design. These will improve the unit's attributes or even give them new capacities. Yeah, it seems really cool, Renee. I didn't play it enough to know for sure, but this customization of the units feels like maybe what you could do in Alpha Centauri, but like I said, I didn't play it enough, and I don't know if the unit customization in Alpha Centauri was more just like a visual thing, or if it was similar to this, where you're like changing the loadout and then creating customized units that have different stats and things. Depending on the unit, you can add different weapons, pieces of armies, and accessories. Yes, okay. As you can see, with the Tier 1 titanium items of the armory, some items also require strategic resources to be spent when the unit is constructed. Items made of strategic resources as well as advanced weapons and armor tiers will unlock as you advance through the technology eras. Okay, so, we can call these... the incompetent bows. They're ranged. They have a shield. They know what they're about. And I have this stuff. But do I want to give them more? Like right now, this would improve their damage. Oh, I see. These are accessories. So this tier 1 item right here costs 10 industry and 3 titanium, and it gives them improved damage 1, which seems good. Go for it. And then this bow, what do you have right now? A crossbow, and it's plus 9 and 1. And this is plus 12 and 5. But it does cost 24 industry. But that's when you're building the unit. I wonder if you can, compare it. I mean, right now, it's 47 attack. Plus 5 damage. Maybe that is what the compare is. Now, this gives plus 1 initiative. I see. So if I go this, it does change the stats. Initiative goes down, attack goes up. No, we should make them sweet. I know it makes them more difficult to build if I do this, but we want to have the best units available ever. Validate. As you could see, with the Tier 1 titanium items of the armory, some items also... Yeah, I already did that. Okay. So now we have our new unit right here. And if you compare it, like this guy has 68 health and 47 attack, and this one is 86 health and 50 attack. Pretty sweet, but it costs 3 titanium and 138 industry, whereas this is much cheaper. Yeah, exactly, right, Renee? So I can hardly make these because of how much titanium, but it's still nice. I'm going to go out of here. Actually, I'm not ready to end my turn because there's other stuff I want to do. So let me go to my army here. And they do have some movement left. Let's get in there. Let's search it. And we got 30 dust. You're darn right we did. That's what impressive people do. They come up with the dust. Alright. It's now time to learn about heroes, very special and powerful units. In the main banner, open the Academy screen. This is the Academy screen where all the heroes of your empire will be listed. Oh, you know what? You're right about that. It's weird, the mouse, because the game was not detecting. I'm running it. I think it's because I'm not running at the resolution of my monitor, and so it doesn't match up. It's weird. But I'm running at 2K right now, and my monitor is desktop resolution is 4K. But if I run this at 4K, the UI is way too small. I couldn't see anything, and there was no option to scale the UI. So basically what I did was I just ran it at 2K so I could actually see the UI and read it. And then as a result, on the video capture, the mouse is like behaving on the oddly. It's anyway, it's just an artifact of the streaming software. I apologize about that. So it's interesting you get heroes. It kind of feels then not necessarily like, oh, Spell Force, you know, or whatever, but I like it. So heroes can get injured but not killed. To be of use, a hero has to be assigned to an army as a general or to a city as a governor. Depending on their profile and hero skills, they'll give different bonuses to the army or city. Okay? Click on Inspect or double-click on your hero in the Academy screen. Okay. So I'll click on this guy, double-click, and unlike standard units, heroes can instantly equip new items. As long as they're in the Academy or located within your territory, you can immediately spend the resources required to change their equipment. Click on the skill tree to learn about hero experience and skill points, okay? At each level, your heroes will earn 1 additional skill point to spend on their skills. Hero experience can be earned through battles like any unit, but also through constructions as a governor or through the use of some army actions as an army general. I know. He was the ruler of the realm at level 1. In normal games, more advanced features will be revealed through the unlock of new technologies or by dealing with other empires. The marketplace is one of these, and it gives you, among other things, the possibility to recruit new heroes for your empire. You can now assign your first hero to an army or your city. Once assigned, a defined number of turns must pass before the hero can be reassigned. Note that hero assignment can also be performed directly from a city or an army. Inching forward, what's up, my friend? Thank you for subscribing. This covers the basics you need to know to play the game. End your turn when you are ready to finish the tutorial and lead your empire. Okay. Well, what are these skills? No negative effects from winter. And plus 15 damage on units. I mean, that seems good. And this says mechanical exhibitionist. And we get +1 science per trade route, 50% science on trade routes. Wow. Let's go ahead and get the boost to damage. Actually, I have no points, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Okay. Do you guys have any movement left? You sure do. And we can go over here. You see anything? Alright, we got the mill foundry done, and we're making a marine. Congratulations, you've now learned the basics and are ready to start exploring Endless Legend and Auriga. Many other subtleties and features are waiting for you, especially with all the different major faction gameplay elements to discover. Get ready to battle against other empires sharing the world of Auriga, and good luck. Thank you so much for that. Alright, so, oh my goodness. It is raining really hard on these people with their animals. So, we're going to start a new game. And let's see here. Empire 6, difficulty normal, game speed normal. That seems alright. Pangea. Is it snow? Alright. It didn't look like flakes. They look too big, like and long, but I'll believe you. Okay, let's see here. This looks good. Windwalkers. Default. Savior of the tutorial, that's right. So I could be the Windwalkers, a faction of creators and builders. These people strive to bind rocks and trees into great living monuments. Their relationship with dust is intense, and so is mine, and dangerous. Under its influence, they can explode into berserker ragers. What are they, drug users? I like it. Let's do it. Let's breathe in that dust. It's like the spice, only dustier. All right, here we go. We're building a new world. Pangea time. Maybe these are the Windwalkers right here. Hey, Morning Stars. Good evening, my friend. Good to see you.
It is coming. I am convinced.
Me too.
Now I must convince the others.
I'm convinced.
We have seen the longer winters.
Mm-hmm.
We have felt the limits of the sharing.
Okay.
Our planet is changing.
Yep.
We must change with it.
Better loincloths is the key.
We must leave the forest. Start again. Explore and reach out.
Well, we could stay in the forest.
We must find new ways.
Oh boy. Iconoclast.
Adapt. Learn. For if not, we will perish.
But look at this party. There's juggling.
It will not happen while I wear the crown.
Okay. That crown looks pretty tall. You gotta watch out when you're going through doorways. That's what it looks like, Renee. Just elven, but Yeah, high elf, like, you know, we're chilling, being wealthy, singing songs, but also loving nature. I know, Franchi, I'm convinced. And I've encountered the Empire of Angratad. Peace be to Auriga and to you. May our conversation be both civil and frequent. Yes, exactly. Uh-oh, Cold War. What, are we having a fight by proxy? Elder Biscuit, good evening, my friend. Good to see you. Well, we're going to find out. Can I start negotiations with you? Okay, so this adds the Gelderus minor faction, the Draken hero Namkang, and the Song of Only Ice faction trait. Alright, so Frozen Fangs. Things are stirring in the tundras and across the polar ice fields. Great wolf-like beings called the Gelderus, or Gelderus, driven by dust and evolution to form a sentient society, are finding the warmer lands towards the equator more welcoming. But this is where we are. Another being also appears, the hero Nam Kang, a wise and taciturn loner who was born to the cold and is little bothered by it. Oh, okay. Thank you, Renee. All right. So, your contribution, AI, needs to be everything, and my contribution will be a warning. I can't really do anything, it looks like, so we'll just, go back. Here's diplomacy. We'll get out of this, and let's see where we are. Okay. So this is the map, and maybe this is some other... These are the other factions, I guess, with these explored regions. And I am here. So there's some ruins yonder. And I'm the first Red Bear warriors. Well, of course we are. Let's see here. I'm going to select them. And we have a settler, but we also have Dakaris with us. Elder Biscuit, that's a question we'll explore for the rest of our days. So let's see. Are there any good ones around here? This is... Alright, 1715-42. Okay, that's a lot of industry up here. 1417-32. And we get a favor bonus because there's something that they like over here. I guess it's this tile. They really enjoy this. So if I were to move here, this is a pretty good starting area. I mean, it's a lot of industry, which I am always a huge fan of in Civ. This is also not bad, but it doesn't have the happiness boost that we get. I'm going to go over here. And I'm going to tell my settlers to settle. 108, 13, 18, 22, 10, 14, 17. I like this. You have encountered a new minor faction, the Eyeless Ones. Oh, it's aliens from the lovable film Aliens. Blind and focused more on what cannot be seen than what can be easily seen, the Eyeless Ones care little for appearances. Yeah, Renee, I was going to say the same thing. I'm going to... I mean, now that we've settled, I'm going to move those archers out to explore individually those ruins, among other things, but that's a good idea. Their villages reflect this fact, being simple mud huts with minimal decoration. So if we assimilate them, +5 happiness per pacified and rebuilt eyeless one's village on cities. Okay. So let's go then to the military screen, and let me click on these guys. And this unit right here, I'm going to... they have no movement left, so it doesn't matter. Looking good. All right. We need to go to research. And I did like this mill foundry and this seed storage. I'm fine with, Oh, no, I start with a seed storage because that's who we are, I guess. Maybe just the elves start with that. And we start with a sewer because we don't like living in our own excrement. It makes sense. So let's see. This is a good one. Anything else that we want right off the bat? I mean, they do love dust, is what it said. Do I want these shaman? Advanced armor. Mercenary market. Oh yeah, we probably want that so we can recruit heroes. I don't know. I don't know what the preferred order for that is, but that seems good. And then we need to, let's see, we've encountered the eyeless ones. First game with the Frozen Fangs content, indeed. And then we also need to queue up something to build in the city. So I like these founders' memorials. It makes sense. The seed storage, though, would give us a bunch of food during the summer. Is it the summer right now? I mean, it looks pretty good. Where's the season? This says summer. Best season for life, movement, and vitality. And then this would take me 4 turns. Yeah, I like it because then we can get more workers. So I'll go ahead and do the seed storage and salt the earth. I don't think we need to do that just yet. And then we'll build the Founders Memorial. Ending the turn. New quest added. 1. Trees or towers. It's been a difficult winter. Not merely the weather and the hunger, but all the rivalries within the wild walkers have descended upon the head that wears the crown. Your head. I don't feel a crown. During the long, cold months, when both space and activity are lacking, tempers flare and arguments begin. As usual, it is the shamanists of the Sakwa clan who fan the flames. We should not have left the forests. Our gods will desert us. We are made weak without the sharing. They should be named the Tata clan, the talk too much. Yeah, that's right. Why don't you guys go back to the forest? You won't be missed. But you are the Tio, the highest judge and warlord, and for now your word remains law. The challenge is to occupy these grumblers, and those who would listen to them. They need a purpose and a distraction. Around you are many ancient sites where previous civilizations rose and fell. To avoid that same fate, it would perhaps be good to investigate these places and give the grumbler something else to whine about. So it will be funny if the purpose and distraction I gave them was a fighting pit, and it was the grumblers versus the non-grumblers, except the grumblers were tied up. Okay, so we need to go out there and explore, and we need to find 4 ruins. All right, and we get a bunch of dust. I love it. Give me the dust. Okay. So I'm sure there's a way to do it, which is to, like a hotkey, to quickly select my military. But what I've been doing is just going up here and then doing this. And then these guys, we are going to... No, I don't want to unassign the hero. I'm going to transfer them to a nearby empty tile, which would be down here. And so these guys, we're going to go to this one, and we're going to search it. Delusions of grandeur. Progress is not merely in science, but in putting science to practical work. To leave a great legacy for history, assuming that there will be a future, you need to bring your people into a modern era by improving their level of industry. So we need to produce 40 industry in one of the cities for 10 turns, and we get a bunch of influence. That's great. We can do that. So if I look at this city, Madnav, which is not going to be named that for long. Aw. Alright, fine. Incomp will do fine. Alright, so Incomp is here, and we're producing 19 industry at the moment. And that's pretty good. I'm keeping my worker over here on food so that I can grow. Once we grow, we might shift over to industry, but for now, that's fine. And let's see, these guys down here are out of movement, and Spacebar has selected my other military unit. There is a group of eyeless ones up here, and we might want to go talk to them so that we could figure out how to pacify them. Yeah, the music is really good. Elder Biscuit, I was and I wasn't. No, it just didn't give me enough letters, so I was trying to come up with a clever concatenation. Alright, let's search. What are we going to find here? You have found nothing. I'm sorry, everyone. We have found nothing. And at this point, there's no army that has any movement. It's going to take 3 turns to build the seed storage and 6 turns to research the mill foundry, so we will end the turn. Alright, what is this? This is Rumbling Stones. That's ominous. I probably want to stay in my region for these ruins, but I am going to just walk down here just to look around. What's down here? Oh, what's that? Oh, it's a ruin. Go get that. No one minds. And then this group. What's that? Mutant Marsh. Ooh, we got to watch out for that. Mineral rich, indeed. Oh, we still didn't get these ruins. Oh, yeah, we did. It says unspoiled, but we already explored it. I don't even know what to say. So what we're going to do is move over here, move up here. Maybe we can get the quest from them. Oh, attack. Maybe there is no quest from them. Yeah, I'm not trying to fight you. I thought that there would be like, you know, negotiate. Maybe I need a bigger group to do that. Okay. Oh, we got more population. Great. So let me look in here. And in 4 turns, we will get more. But let me see if I can speed up the production of the seed storage by sliding over a worker. That goes to 2. No, it doesn't do it. But I think it's okay to do this for now. Because once we get this built, then we'll get another person. Let's do it like that. That's fine. All right. So let's keep kind of looking around, see if we can find some more ruins. These are dye deposits, which we do love. The sweet dye deposits. Alright. I don't see a bunch of ruins over there. Oh, you have encountered a new minor faction, the Eresis. These beings, it looks like more aliens. It's like Fishman, Naga alien, are large and formidable multi-headed Hydra. That's bad. Is the single-headed Hydra just a snake on its, like a snake with legs? Or, anyway, they have hands and claws capable of manipulating tools, but tend to fight with their large, fearsome jaws and teeth. Atypically, viviparous, this fact has caused them to develop villages and social structures. Okay. You guys want to hang out? There's a ruin over there. That's what we're getting. Get that ruin. Oh, the hero has to negotiate, Renee. Thank you, my friend. And we got some dust. Man, look at this ruin. It looks great. It's so charming inside. Okay. This is a dumb question, but like if I on the map I see a spice deposit or I see a rumbling stone, can armies do anything with those, or is that just a tile that you want to like build an upgrade on to work, but it doesn't do any, like, is the army only really trying to go to ruins and fight, but otherwise doesn't care about what it steps on? Because they're shiny. I just didn't know if, like, am I missing something by not walking on them? Alright, I have... what does this say? My hero has leveled up. Oh. I mean, good job. Okay, thank you so much, Renee. That's what I thought. Class says Agile Mover. Oh, it just gives everybody extra movement. Yeah, do that. Apply it. Okay, good. And then I've got this hero here who looks interesting. I guess I can't change the name of this. That's what I thought, Renee. I mean, I just didn't know if there was also something to pick up on the tile. Now, where is this person? This tile is my Dakari Rangers. This is my Dakari Rangers. But then the hero... Where are they on the map? Are they just in the city? Oh, no, I see. They're with this unit down here. So the hero is down here because it says they're assigned to this. I was getting confused that, like, I thought this was just my ranger, and then the hero could go by themselves. But no, the hero is kind of with a group. I don't know if I could move this unit out, or if the hero has to be with a unit. Alright, so we completed the seed storage. And that means I want to take a look at my city. So now it's going to take one turn. And to grow. 2 turns for Founders Memorial. I'm going to build a burrow. And where do I want to build it? Right? 3, 9, 2, 7, 2, 6 and 6, 6 and 7, 4 and 8. I think this looks good because it's the most food and industry, but there's an argument, like there's a resource up there. We could try to snake over that way, but I think this is good. Go there. All right. So that means then... Oh, we've encountered a new minor faction, the Magte. Known as a civilization of hard-working farmers, the lands of the Magte are closely identified with their intricate layers of terraces that climb the hills and mountains near the villages. So that's really exciting. I'm finding a lot of minor factions. I thought there was only one per region, but maybe it's because I've just kind of like left the region. Yeah, it is that way because I'm in Comp, but then there's, you know, Ipdan and Kajnor or whatever. Okay. So let me see. Can you go talk to them? No, it's just attack. Maybe I need to have some kind of new technology, or maybe... I don't know. I don't know what it is. I was hoping to see if they had a quest that I could do to help, you know, pacify. But maybe they're not into that. It was empty. But we completed this quest. You're darn right, and we got a bunch of dust. Quest added 2 new foundations. Time and experience bring knowledge, though new knowledge is not always welcome. Your dream of a great new tower to the stars, a symbol to Gaia, has been put off by strikes and riots at the building site. Achak Adahi, who leads the Sakwa, claims your dreams are foolish sacrilege. He and many others continue to insist on the old ways. There are those, however, who have seen what you have seen and question the old ways as you do. We're going to build this. I'm going to call it the Tower of Babel. It's a genius idea. We're going to go all the way up so we can touch a star. This will be our entire effort as a civilization. You must explore, go farther, learn more. You convince them to look beyond the forests, to seek new ways. It is time to explore farther and find new allies or new slaves for the cities you see in your visions. Let's look for allies. All right, so pacify at least one village of a minor faction. I mean, I want to do that. What's this? Exotics. We don't have time for your mind games. What does that mean? Okay. Alright, so I'm going to switch over. And here's somebody. Well, I think I actually tried to talk to them and it didn't work out right. Yeah, I don't want to fight them, though. Maybe I will detach the leader. No, even with the leader detached, they're just hostile and they just want to fight. So maybe things are different in the tutorial and, you know, they, like, not everyone wants to talk. Alright. Oh, there's some ruins over here. I'm exploring. I'm going to set these on auto explore. And we are still building. Okay, that's fine. Alright, we'll keep it like this. We completed the Founders Memorial, which is good. And we've encountered a new minor faction, which is the Silics. These are slow-moving elementals, heavily affected by dust. We love the dust. The Silics guard the great underground farms where crystal is grown and nurtured. Promising ones are blessed with intelligence and life. Okay. Search it. Got some dust. You're darn right we did. Try to go over there. You can go here. You can't climb up that high. Okay. There's another city from the Magte. I might want to just go to my city. I was going to buy units, but I don't really have enough dust to buy units. I'm actually hemorrhaging money. Not bad, -3, but I'm not exactly doing beautifully. Alright. And we finished the mill foundry. Beautiful. Hey! You've encountered the Empire of Jingan. Well met. A fine day it is for commerce and conversation. In that order. Okay, buddy. Good to meet ya. So they're up there. That's their units. Okay. Search it. And we got 10 gold. So that's a luxury resource. That's pretty fantastic. Who doesn't want gold? You still have some movement left, so we can kind of just check it out. And we see all the Magte insanity here. You know, maybe it's in the research panel, and maybe just that other faction I was already had it. Yeah, this is what you need. You need this language square. Yes, exactly, Renee. Thank you. This says that like you can parlay, which is what I want. I think the other faction that you were in the tutorial just either started with this or they gave you this. So we definitely want to move over to doing this. And actually, I'm going to focus on this for now, just because my quest wants me to do this. We'll turn our attention to that. Okay, so everybody's done. We don't produce enough industry yet for what they're looking for. We're producing 26, which is good, but not quite enough. We'll end the turn. So the auto explorer is running around insanely. There's a ruin. Let's head over there. Oh, there's two. Or wait. This is a glass steel deposit. Never mind. Not a ruin. And we're going to grow again very soon, which is good. All right, we did. And I'm going to then take a unit off here and put them over here. And one more. There we go. And we'll get this faster. I guess I could put a unit over on research so I could get the language square faster. Not a bad idea. We found the Jodas. The ancestors of this faction were bred for blood sports. Oh, I love that movie. And as watch beasts, they have rudimentary intelligence and great ferocity. Their clans are held together more by fear and strength than by more sophisticated social bands. Wonderful. All right, let's go ahead and get this. Search it. Got some dust. And let me go over here. Hey, there's a ruin. Search it. We got break wall. This is a one-handed shield. Strangely, this shield earns its name on an offensive maneuver. So it's like I get this, but maybe it's just a blueprint to get it, and I would need 6 titanium to craft it, which I don't have, but that's okay. At least we learned about it. I'm going to start heading back to town with my hero, just in case I want to pacify people the old-fashioned way by breaking them. And let's see. Almost done with the streets. There we go. We've expanded. And now our construction queue is empty. I think we will go with... we've encountered the Ursies. Oh, it's big boys. These are giant and powerful ogres, simple-minded but humble and withdrawn. Their size and shape shows that they are well-suited to heavy labor and digging pits. Oh, and we also encountered the Geldiris, which is the new faction they were telling us about. Alright, so what do we want to add? This would just help us with our industry, which is good. Helps make people happy. I might want another civilization, though. I mean, like another city. Probably time to expand, I don't know. Okay. So I'm actually going to say... Oh, we've met the Hernas. These are itinerant tribes that follow herds and crops according to the seasons. Skilled foragers accustomed to living off the land, they are well known for their belligerence and their skill with the bow. Now, that's not good. You don't want to meet people who are known for their belligerence. That's not the best day. So we actually have a net 0. But this is net 0 because we're trying to build a settler, so it like destroys your ability to grow. So while that's happening, let's move this worker out of there. It's doing nothing. And let's see if we could speed up the language square at all here by taking... Okay, let's do it like this then. $42, 15. I think it's going to finish next turn. It is. Wonderful. Alright, so this will take 4 turns to Mercenary Market to research. And while this is happening, 2 turns on the Settler. Let me go over to my hero and let's talk to them. And we're going to parlay. So they want us to take out these monsters in the temple ruins. Show me the location of this. Over here? Alright, you got it. That's what we're going to do. Going to focus on this quest. Alright. So they're building a settler. Let's just let it happen. Now, if I wanted to build, like, a ranger and buy it, how much would it cost? 169. Ooh, it's expensive. Can't afford it. But I can pretend. The other thing I could do is just pull my army together. These guys are going to take too long. I'm going to turn this off to get where I want to go. They can't really explore too much more over here anyway. Game's very pleasant, you know, it has nice, pleasant, cartoony kind of visuals, and it has nice music. I like a lot of the systems. It's intuitive, and yet it has some spins on... It's not exactly just like Fantasy Civ. See ya, Elder. Good night, my friend. Now, what we're going to do is go over... Where's my other military unit? Where did you wander off to? There's some titanium. Here, what I'll do is I'll just click on military, and I'll be like, you guys, where are you at? You're way up here. Okay. Well, you're actually doing good stuff by exploring. What's this? Ruins? Go get it. Hey, get that dust. Exactly, that's what you do. All right. Okay, go ahead. It's going to take us a bit to get to this location anyway. Oh, we did it. Now, I could... oh, we've encountered the Dorgeshi. Banished after a series of feuds, these roving clan families left their life of their caravans in cities, exchanging the luxuries of merchants for the hardships of warriors. The clan's secrets of beast control were used to master the great Berdamek lizards, turning the Dorgeshi into a fearsome, heavy, cavalry. It indeed looks like no, not tauntauns, but whatever those beasts are that the Empire has on Tatooine. Something like that. All right. And you can go meet up with your buddy. Now I'm going to go here, and if I wanted to just buy these out, it would be $149. I'm actually going to queue up the mill foundry and then buy out this unit and end the turn. And we finished it. So this unit right here. Oh, that's right. We have a settler. I got to go move them somewhere. Where do we want to go? This looks pretty interesting over here. Settler. Oh, go back here. You don't need to be garrisoned, though. Oh, right. Okay. I have to make a new army with them, and I think it makes you... It increases the upkeep even more. Let me see about... They can't do this in this region, but this region looks pretty good. What's this? Maybe they've closed it off. We'll find out. We'll go down here. And then this unit, yeah, it cost 5 more for upkeep. I'm going to run out of money, actually, with all these units that I'm sending out. So these rangers, can you go meet over here? We have a few turns where we can survive. Hopefully we can get some money together. Well, you know what? I could just allocate forces over to Dust so that we don't go bankrupt. Now, why did we lose all of our workers? What happened to us? Didn't we have more than this? Didn't I have 4? Or did the worker get turned into a settler? Would be less than ideal. I'm going to go over here to Dust just to kind of maintain until I can build some infrastructure to help with that. Okay, sweet. Well, I was just talking about Dust, and this would give us +5 and 15% more Dust. This would help during the summer. Let's do this one. And then I feel like we probably want research. Okay. So I'm going to move just right here with the settler. Oh, they made a unit. That's bad. There's some good tiles, but I can't really move anywhere with this guy because of the fact that they spawned an enemy unit. And I don't have an army to defend him. So I'm just going to kind of split back here. And we'll try to go to a different... try to go over here, I guess. Swiffer's got nothing on us. If dust was money, Swiffer would be the most powerful company in the world. That and Dyson just vacuuming it all up. Where's the other army that's moving down here? Well, you're exploring automatically, which is what you should be doing. Oh, here they are. Okay. All right. Good. Empty construction queue. Unused resource booster. It's been quite some time since you at last activated a resource booster. It can grant great advantages to your empire. Oh, I forgot about this. Gold. The booster and its effects can be activated. Oh, look at this. It costs all my gold. But if I use this, it reduces my upkeep and gives me happiness. So do it. Just spread the gold around. Now we're actually making money. So what we can do then is just put somebody over on food to help out with that. And we could even put somebody over here perhaps. And then we're at net 0, which is fine. And so we need to go to the construction queue. And what do we want to build? Well, we could expand the burrows. I think the sewer system, though, would be useful. Especially if we're going to expand. All right, here comes the settler. Let me see. I'm going to transfer them over here into this army. All right, here's our new army. Let's see if we can take this down. It says, you've been trapped. Survive if possible, but more important, make sure all the monsters are killed. I don't even know what to say to that. Oh my god, it's 50%. No, it's even worse. We are not in a good shape. I needed to bring more than this. Let's see. We'll try it. Let's pretend like we can do this. Alright, what are these guys? These dudes are flying. They have no range, but they have... What's this chain lightning? Ugh. It's not good. Range Slayer. So if they get close to us, we're in really bad shape. We need Hauser now. These guys have long range, which is good. Range of 4, actually. So let's say, like, these dudes with a range of 4... looks like we get to go before them. So if they were here, we need to go 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that can't be right. 1, 2. They can move 2 tiles. Does the forest take more to move through? They're flying, though, so they don't care. So what we want to do is, like, move these people back here, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. They could still hit. I just don't want them to get hit on the first round. That's kind of what I'm trying to avoid. Alright, that is fine. Uh-oh, they're coming. They're coming for this, like... Oh, this is my hero. They're coming for the hero. I think we might be able to kill this one, though. Uh-oh. They're on the hero. Less than good. Dead. Well, the hero's going to get bashed really hard right here, which is scary. But the ranged units are like getting to attack basically without interference. So this is very good. I think, yeah, we got it. The hero took a lot of damage, but we won. Sick. And we got 17.3 experience per unit. And so the eyeless ones love this. And so they have been pacified, and they are now an ally. So that should complete a quest. I certainly have, Renee. I love the game. Okay. So where is my doofus settler? Right over here. Your health is not good. But I'm wondering if we can recover a bit. We'll see. All right. So at this point, we'll end the turn. Us and the eyeless ones are close. Now I thought I need to assimilate them. That's right. So I can't remember how you do that exactly. Right. So you click on assimilate eyeless ones, and it would cost 30 influence to do it. But we get a bunch of happiness if we did it. So we'll do it for the quest. And it makes everybody happy. Alright, settler, can you get into a different region yet, or what, dude? Now I'm just going to bring my hero back here to try to restore. But we know that there's bad guys. I believe that that's what these tiles represent. Baddies. Eyeless ones are our buddies. We can go talk to these jerks and see if they want to play ball. They probably do not. Alright, let's see here. Done. Alright, we finished the sewer system, which is tremendous. And we will pick something for the queue. We completed this, which we got a vision of glory. So this says it's just something we can make an improvement, or it makes people happier. We get influence if we do this, just by building things. New quest added, post and beam. There are always those who bluntly refuse to accept reality. Don't I know it? Achak and his followers are twisting their words in philosophical knots, trying to find some explanation for the things the patrols have discovered. The facts are clear. We are not alone, and we're not the first. One day, their disagreements could turn violent. Truth seeker Chenoa is not the only one who warns you of this. From these other peoples, you have heard other tales and new histories. Many of these myths and legends contain seeds of a similar story, a story that ends in tragedy. The farther you go and the further you study, the grimmer and more perplexing the truth becomes. In one way, Achak and the Sakwa are right. Your people remain small and weak compared to the vastness of Auriga. Your empire must be secured and your armies developed. No great construction can take place unless your realm is secure. The sharing, while dangerous, gives you a great advantage when scouting. It is time to exploit that advantage. So, we need to search temple ruins with Windwalker heroes and 4 ranged units and 2 minor faction units. And then we get 10 Quicksilver. So they want us to build up like a bigger army, which, okay, fine. I mean, I'd like to do that as well, but I guess we have to go here, and then we can build these dudes. Boost up our army. And where's the settler? Here. So now we could talk about settling. Oof, that's good. This is really good. So if we settle here, we get 13, 14, 4, and 3. Oh, never mind. This is better because we get happiness. And we want happiness to maintain, order. So go over here. I think I'm going to... I don't know if we just heal in our homeland better, or if I need to garrison this unit to heal up. Like, once we're within the borders of our region, I don't know if that's how that works or not. Alright, so we are making 40 industry in our town for the Delusions of Grandeur quest. And this is because we're amazing is why. I'm going to go ahead and shift a person over to science. And we're still doing fine on money. Are you getting any health back? You were at 55 last turn. Yeah, you are. You get like 13 back per turn. And the eyeless ones give us health regeneration when we're within our own borders anyway. All right, here they go. And the settler is moving. And there we do. We got another city. So we built the Secator, which is good. And we're building a ranger now. And this city just arrived. And now we have claimed this region. So you see it turns blue. Ishimlor is ours. And all of the... Oh, no, the Magte are not our buddies. I misunderstood. I need to go figure out how to make an alliance with them as well. Maybe what I'll do is I'll send my unit there. But first of all, we can make a new army with these dudes and move them over here. Hopefully they'll just join up immediately. They did. And I'm going to go talk to these people with our hero. And we can start expanding this city if we like by building a borough, but we're building up the army at the moment. And then this city has nothing in its construction queue. And let's see how it's doing. It's got one person. It's going to grow next turn. Let's go ahead and build seed storage. Take 4 turns for that. So what is this turn? This is producing as follows here. So now we're doing actually really, really well with 2 cities. We'd like to get more. Here's the green player up here. Continue expanding. Well, everybody, I have to say, I really enjoyed my time with Endless Legend. I could see this is one of those games that you would just sink hours into because it's just a chill, fun experience. It's a very well-made game. I like the quests that you get to do. I like all of the smaller factions. Very cool. It is indeed my bedtime, and I want to say thank you so much for coming out to the stream, hanging out, and playing some Endless Legend. I hope you all have an excellent evening or day. We'll be doing RuneScape tomorrow on stream. And then on Thursday, we'll play whatever wins the poll. Currently, I believe the poll is being won by Songs of Six, but Pacific Drive and Songs of Conquest are right up there as well. So we'll see how that all shakes out on Thursday. Hey, Paul, good evening. Yes, indeed, my friend, tomorrow. Alex, Siloom, Paul, Renee, Elder Biscuit, Heathrun, Jamnuska, Morning Stars, D-Doom, F-Trees, Franichi, everybody out there, take care. Have a great one.